Big Ten is not done growing. These were the words expressed by Mark Coyle, Minnesota Golden Gophers athletic director. And we're going to be talking about it here in episode 298 of College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Pflugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. And if you do as well, please subscribe to our ever-growing channel. Smash that like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends. Mark Coyle, the athletic director of the University of Minnesota. Very cautious speaker. Doesn't say too much. Doesn't leak. He said something out in public last night. Well, a lot of people have taken notice. We're going to be going through it here in episode 298. Let's get right to it. Let's not waste any more time. The Star and Tribune, a Q&A by Marcus Fuller, columnist at the Star and Tribune, with Mark Coyle talking about growing the Big Ten, his future at Minnesota, and NIL. We will provide a link in the description. You can read the whole article. Gophers athletic director Mark Coyle understand it's part of college sports when coaches and administrators are mentioned as possible candidates at other programs. In a wide-ranging interview Tuesday with the Star and Tribune, Coyle said he has felt humbled when contacted about different opportunities, including recently at USC. When it was reported that USC finally made a decision on their new athletic director, it was reported that Mark Coyle was one of the finalists. But Coyle, who has been at the U since 2016, spoke about how comfortable his family is in Minnesota and how excited he is to lead the Gophers during a remarkable period of change for college sports. This is home, Coyle said. Search firms have reached out to me, but our kids have grown up here. This is home for us, and we're very happy in Minnesota. We're excited to be here. More from the Q&A, shortened for length. Question from Marcus Fuller to Mark Coyle. The Big Ten realignment news dominated the offseason. How is this good for the Gophers? And are there some disadvantages with it too? Answer from Mark Coyle. We had a head coach meeting maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, and we're talking about what does competitive success mean in the new Big Ten, because there are 18 teams and there's still only one Big Ten championship. We talk about postseason opportunities, whether it be in football, in the bowl game, or other sports, making the postseason and the NCAA championship play. We want to make sure that we are relevant. I take pride in our program in the Directors Cup finishing the top 10, 11 every year. If we continue to do that, we'll continue to be relevant on the national level, but there's no doubt the Big Ten just got a lot harder and a lot more competitive. Question: where do you feel PJ Fleck's football program is right now? Mark Coyle answers, it's hard to believe that he's starting year 7 here. He and I have gotten incredibly close. I am so thankful what he and his wife Heather do every day for our program, and obviously, winning matters. That is big deal at this level. But you look at all the other things he's done behind the scenes, he and Heather do. I feel really fortunate to have him here. Obviously, we have high expectations. We open up with Nebraska, who's a great program, great tradition, great fan base. They're going to be really good on Thursday night. We're going to be really good on Thursday night. Question: are you concerned NIL will turn into a bidding war for the top athletes? And how do you compete if it does? Answer from Mark Coyle: yeah. NIL is not supposed to be used for recruiting, but that's what it's used for. And I'm so grateful for our coaches because we have not made false promises to kids. When we recruit, we tell kids, if you have questions about NIL, you need to ask the kids on that team, and they can tell you what our NIL money looks like. Jeremiah Carter's doing a wonderful job helping us organize that NIL and working with Dinkytown athletes. But you're going to need NIL to be successful. It's not going away, and we've got to learn how to embrace it. And when we talk to donors and fans about it, They're trying to get their arms around it and understand what it is. And finally, here is the money shot of the article. Question: Big Ten realignment and growth. When does it stop, in your opinion? Mark Coyle, athletic director of Minnesota. I don't think we're done. I have no inside scoop other than being athletic director and being in all the meetings. That's just Mark Coyle's perspective. I don't think conference realignment's done. I'm going to go through this again. I'm going to point out why I think this is such an important comment by Mark Coyle. Answer: on the question, is Big Ten realignment and growth, when does it stop, in your opinion? I don't think we're done. I don't think conference realignment's done. Ladies and gentlemen, this is coming from Mark Coyle. He is not Trev Alberts. He's the opposite. And neither is good or bad. I'm just trying to explain something to you all. When I read this, when other people, when BTM and his associates, when other people read what Mark Coyle said to that question, we all took notice. Mark Coyle is a very cautious person. Doesn't win the interview. He doesn't win the conference room. He doesn't win meetings. That's not what he's even trying to do. He does not speak in those tones. We were all expecting, on that question, our expectations with Mark Coyle would say something along the lines of, we'll see what happens in the future. We're always looking at the landscape. He didn't answer it that way. He says, I don't think we're done. I don't think conference realignment is done. And he wouldn't say that if he was thinking 8 years down the road. And if he was, he would say it in his answer. He would say down in the future. He did not say that. This has not only caught my eye and my ears. It has caught many, many serious people that I talked to. The same people that broke the PJ Fleck news on Christmas Day 2016. The same people. We're not done. Conference realignment is not done. To us, that means that there's an expectation that the Big Ten is not done growing, and it's not going to take 5, 6, 7, 8 years for the next installment of the Big Ten Conference to come on board. Again, the words alone, I'm going to show it to you. The words alone may not be that important. Big Ten realignment and growth, when does it stop, in your opinion? Mark Coyle answers, I don't think we're done. I have no inside scoop. That's just Mark Coyle's perspective. I don't think conference realignment's done. Those words alone, stand alone, you might be saying, Greg, that doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot. Coming from Mark Coyle, it means a whole heck of a lot. So buckle up, brace for impact. I suspect things are bubbling at the surface. It might not happen next year or the year after, but something is going on. This is even more indication of it. When Mark Coyle says this in public, again, he's not Trev Alberts. Bad or good, he's not an athletic director that just says anything off the top of his head. He's not trying to make news, and he definitely does not leak. We know that here at Peak Around the Corner. So give me your thoughts and comments in the comment section below the video. Holy smokes. Until next time. From all of us at PATC to all of you, please, you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.